Hey everybody, this is Brian Knowlton with HowToEarnMoney.TV. It doesn't matter if you've never made a dime online before. Through my step-by-step video tutorials and interviews with industry experts, I'm going to show you how you can make money online. It's episode 3, and tonight I have my air conditioner on, so hopefully it's not too loud. But I just wanted to say, I hope since the last time you really thought about the whole eBay and the Amazon review stuff. So if you haven't got those products to give you the competitive edge, just go to the show notes. They're in there. You could get them at any time. I really suggest it. But since last week, what I did was I went by this garage sale and got all this stuff for a couple bucks. I shouldn't have bought it. It's probably a bunch of junk, but I haven't really researched what I could sell it for yet. But I just wanted to show you some of it. Just neat old stuff. I like old stuff. This is the Etude. Probably not pronouncing it properly, but music magazine from February 1936. The Freedom Collection. It's a collection of the Constitution, Bill of Rights, Monroe Document. I wonder when this was produced. It's probably around the same time, in the 30s. London Bridge. It's an old book about London Bridge. Not that old, 1971. But some cool little things. Those are some weird church flyers. A map of the United States, 1960. A Beethoven record with a bad cover. I don't know how old this one is. Not that old, 1957. These are probably all around the same age since they came from the same garage sale. Hank Williams, Johnny Cash, Dumbo, my favorite. Bambi. Records. Man, when was the last time you touched a record? Hopefully you even know what a record is. I got some pretty young affiliate marketers out there. Probably never even saw a record. This is Peter and the Wolf. It's always cool. And then I got some cool things for it must be from Florida's Department of Tourism, and I was going to say it looks like it's from the 60s as well. And it's just, the pictures in here are just crazy. It's just cool. You gotta see it. Got some cool outfits sporting those. Got some girls in bikinis, always nice. And then a map of the San Jose area. Wonder how much that has changed. But this is, I believe, from the 60s as well. So that's pretty cool. There's probably a bunch of really funky stuff. Oh, these are cool. Trade Opportunities magazine. So you could see all these cool products and services. This is December 1974. It's a Christmas special. Look what's for sale. Oh yeah. Get your own cassette recorder. Wow. See how you could get this exciting AM/FM radio with cassette recorder free of charge. These probably aren't worth anything, but to maybe some collector will, but the records and all that type of stuff. I bought all this stuff for a couple bucks. I'm sure I could probably get all my money back for sure, but I bet I can maybe make $100 or $200 off of some of this stuff. You never know what you're going to find, especially with those books I told you about last week. Those were a surprising find. I never thought that those books would go for so much. They cost an arm and a leg to ship, but you charge $10 above your shipping and handling, so you make a little bit extra money that way. Too much on eBay, because you're allowed. You don't want to ever charge excessive shipping and handling on eBay, but you're allowed handling, fees, of course shipping fees. But extra and above, is always fine. You never want to do a bunch of buy it now auctions for $1 and have $40 shipping and handling. That's against the terms of their service, and they'll just pull your auction. So anyhow, this week, episode 3, I'm going to talk about, what you want to do so you could maintain your focus. As an entrepreneur, we're always attracted to what's, shiny and new, distracts us, catches our attention. But you really need to stay focused if you're going to make money and you're going to be a successful internet marketer, a successful affiliate marketer. So what I want to start you off with is just about setting some goals. If you haven't, if you're just walking into this or you're doing research and you're not 100% sure of the direction you're going to take, then I really suggest, doing what I mentioned last week, the Amazon stuff, the eBay stuff. That's going to get you right into doing affiliate marketing, and you'll get a little taste of success and you'll never go back. I mean, once you make your first dollar, everyone remembers their first dollar that they made on the internet, and you'll start setting goals like I need $10 a day, I need $100 a day, I need $500 a day, I need $1,000 a day. It doesn't have to be just money goals, but it's the simplest way for me. I don't know why I've always thought in dollars, but it's some of the easiest way that I set most of my goals. And of course, completing projects is always very rewarding. So if you, instead of having a huge to-do list with billions of things to do, it's good to set a goal for something that you want to get completed, and then break down that goal into small or smaller lists. It's called chunking. So if you have something that's going to take you, a week to get done, you're going to want to break it down into steps, maybe by day, and then by day you could break those down further into hourly things or by task. So you could say, okay, I need to get this domain name, step 1. If you break it down that way, the chance of you getting things done is phenomenally higher than not setting up your goals that way. So you're going to want to do that. I'm also going to talk about my office setup and how you can get more work done at home. If you're just doing this part-time, you're not going to have an office dedicated towards making money online or affiliate marketing, internet marketing. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter show because I'm going to really start diving into the step-by-step instructions, but I thought there was a few more things that I needed to cover. And I'm going to try to put out all these videos at once. I'm not going to let them trickle out once every week, once every month. I'm going to try to put them all at the same time, so chances are you'll just be watching these all in order anyhow. So one thing that I did was that in addition to the chunking, I've been using some software. I got it up here. It's called Meister. You could use it to set out your projects, and then you could go in there and edit it. It's very easy just to add additional trees off of the main tree or item or goal. It's really simple to use, and so if you have this huge list, I'm constantly breaking down my projects into chunks, and sometimes I'll have a page and I'll be chunking it down, trying to keep it all as neat as possible, and by the time I get to it, it looks completely messy because I squeezed this in here and this in there and this in here and this in there, and it just turns out to be a big mess. It's hard to set the due dates and things like that. And I just recently started using Meister. I know it's very powerful software. All right, there's my dog itching a little bit. I know it's very powerful software. It might even give you the ability to send you reminders and when things are going to become due, things like that. I've heard different little things about it. Right now I'm just using it for developing an idea, for chunking things down. I also write information products for appraisers. So when I start to write my information product, say it's going to be an ebook about how to get more internet work off the internet. And so I'll start, that's my title, and I'll start going down through the different steps that I use to get more business off of the internet. And it could be through just posting to Craigslist. It could be through search engine optimization of my website. It could be by locating attorneys and even bail bondsmen and estate managers. There's tons of different ways that you could do it. And so what I'll do is I'll put that down into a mind map, and it's really easy to organize that way. And you could even do threes. This tree is like 3 deep. So you could just keep going and keep going. And by the time that you finish, you could type in whole text in there if you'd like. By the time that I finish setting up my structure, I could print it up, and it's like a table of contents. It gives me my outline, exactly what I need to do. I use it for developing shows, like what I'd like to talk what I'd like to talk about. It doesn't help me talk any better, but what can you do? But it does at least give me that structure on what I would like to talk about, where I'm going with my ideas so I could retain focus, and everything I want to cover. So it's a really good program. You could get it for free at usemindmapping.com, or check out the show notes. So that's one good service I use. But what I really like to make me really more productive is to buy hardware. So I wish I would have brought it to work with me today, but I didn't. But those small notebook computers, those could really increase your productivity. The way that I use them is I use it whenever I'm going to get my oil changed, or I'm working at night, and or early in the morning, or I have a quick idea, I want to swap something out. I try not to spend all of my extra time, just work, because I do have children and a wife, and I like to have fun, and that's the joy of being self-employed and being an entrepreneur and earning passive income. Is it does free up the time so you could do what you want whenever you want. But you still have to work hard. It's not super easy. As I stated before, it's not get rich quick unless you really just stumble upon something that happens to be hot. But it does require a lot of work. And the amount of return that you see is going to directly coincide with how much work you put into it. I talk to people that have tried affiliate marketing in the past or done internet marketing, and they said, I just didn't have any success. I didn't have time to put into it. I tried it for a little while and then just gave up. Well, you need to, if you want this to be your full-time gig in the future, then you need to commit the time to making it happen. And you really need to think, it comes down to your dedication. If you really need it to happen, then you'll make it happen. That's what it comes down to. Sometimes it's hard when you're already employed, you have a job, and you're thinking, okay, I'm going to do this on the side. So you put in a little bit of work here and there. You're still making money. You're able to pay your bills, all that good stuff. So I'll get to that tomorrow. You'll be surprised how fast and how productive and how quickly you could turn things around when you're not in that situation. If you're going to lose your house, if you just lost your job, if you can't make ends meet, you're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that gets done, that you improve your situation, unless you just give up. Unfortunately, a lot of people do that. But there's a lot of time in the day that you could focus towards making money online. And I wouldn't even be here telling you that it's possible. I'm sure you already know that it's possible. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching these videos. But it's very possible. It just takes time. It takes work. And the harder that you work, the quicker it's going to happen. So if you really think about how much time that you have, maybe you have a job, so you work 8 hours a day. How much time do you sleep? Maybe you sleep 8 hours a day. Food, eating, all that stuff, maybe another hour or two a day. You could easily break down how much time that you have on a daily basis to get things done. And I know when I was stuck in a really bad situation where I was going to lose everything, I worked my butt off, and I turned my life around very quickly, and I'm doing way better than I could have ever imagined back then. So you just have to work hard. Just work hard at it. Get started. Step number one, and just work hard, and good things will happen. The more that you do things, the more opportunities are going to open up to you. The more you put yourself out there, you're just going to get more and more opportunities. You'll either brainstorm for new ideas. You'll meet people through doing the internet marketing or affiliate marketing that will help you out, give you free tips and advice. You learn stuff left and right when you're online. So anyhow, what I was saying was that I listen to a lot of different podcasts, and the people that I listen to aren't constantly pushing products and services and trying to get you to go to their $1,000 seminars or mentoring programs. But just like me, they'll mention different affiliate products or services where they get a small commission off of what's sold. I do that to hopefully cover the cost of the video expenses, since the file sizes are huge. If you're planning on getting into affiliate marketing using video, then you're going to need to find a service where you'll be able to put those videos up for free and not totally just get booted off of it. If you're providing value and service, good service, then you'll probably be able to put them up on video sharing sites like YouTube and things along that line. But they're fairly short. For me to be able to produce these videos, I need to pay for my own bandwidth, my own hosting of the videos, and of course, since they're going on Roku and other internet TV services, that I need to cover the cost of that bandwidth. So that's why I mentioned, different affiliate products that I use, that hopefully if you decide to purchase them, it'll kick back a little bit of that sale to me, usually a very small percentage, but it all adds up. And hopefully if I could open your doors to affiliate marketing, you'll come back to me sometime in the future, and who knows, maybe we'll do some business together. We'll see how everything goes down. But what I really would like is if you could give me your feedback on the show. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure that you go to yourbossblows.com and put them there. Also, it would help me out a ton, and I mean a ton, if you rate me in iTunes and let them know, let others know what you think of the show. It's really kind of amateurish right now, and we haven't got into all the step-by-step teachings, but this is my first time really doing video other than short little videos. So we're both learning together, and I hope to teach you everything that I know about making money online, because it's really changed my life, and it only keeps just getting better. So other things, let's see, what else I want to talk to you about is if you're doing this and you have a laptop computer, I really like the idea of working off the little notebook computers, because they're really small and compact. You can take them anywhere. You don't look super goofy walking around all over town with this little tiny notebook. They're small. They could go anywhere. You could get a cool little case. It looks like a day planner or something. And I just really like using those products. The key though is to get one that has a good amount of memory in it. If it doesn't come with at least 2 gig or more, then you could always just buy it. They're really easy to open up the back and slide in a different memory chip. But those are the drawbacks to having one of those. You don't want to make it a full-time computer, that's for sure. But it is a good extra computer to have. If you're using multiple computers, like I do, I have a desktop at home. I actually have, this is all on a laptop with a dual monitor display. I keep it on a laptop just because when I go away on the weekend or if I go out of town, I like to have my work computer with me. It's, I sometimes need to change things related to doing the appraisal reports, and if I don't have it with me, then it's kind of a pain in the butt. It just gives me more freedom to do what I want, and that really works out well. I could complete an appraisal anywhere in the country, or do any revisions on an appraisal, submit it, no problem. I can be completely out of town. So that's what I do at my office here. And as you can see, I try to keep my office fairly clean and organized. It just makes things easier. And the dual monitor display really helps out. I have them turned this way just because my files are legal size for the appraisals. So it's really simple for me to have up my work file over here and then have any data sources over here. But when I'm doing my affiliate marketing or working on websites or writing reviews or posting auctions, anything that I'm doing on the internet, I can split this down into 4 screens. And you'll be surprised by the amount of time that you will save when you don't have to go and find the window that you're in and just constantly flipping windows over and over each other. I just have them all open, different windows. I get things done so much faster. Writing reviews and building websites, and I do a lot of build niche blogs, do a lot of blog type sites, and I could have a couple different information sources open, have my blog open, have affiliate programs open. It saves you a ton of time, and it really doesn't cost that much. These monitors, I'm not even sure how big they are, 21 inches I think, I don't know. They look about that much, 21, 22, 23 inches. They're only like 120 or something, and the display adapter is just a little audio splitter. I mean, not audio splitter, that plugs into my laptop, and so I could have it goes through USB. It's not a splitter, it's just USB adapter. And so I have one coming off of my computer, off of the laptop, one display, then the other one's through the USB display, and it works out really well. I could have 3 monitors if I wanted to use my laptop monitor too, but I tried it for like a day, and it was just totally different size, distracting off to the side, it just didn't work. But that will speed up your productivity quite a bit. But you want to have it at a nice quiet location inside of your house, away from all the distractions, no TV. If you're really serious about getting this done, you're not going to be sitting in front of the TV working on your laptop. It just doesn't work. You're going to be so distracted, it's going to take you forever to get anything done. If you're just clearing out emails or doing some random stuff, then you could probably sit down with the wife and kids while everyone's watching TV and do some random stuff. But if you want to get work done, the sooner that you get an area set aside inside of your house, the quicker you'll start making money online. Just away from everything, away from the distractions, and set a time that you're going to do it. Make it just like a job. This is your new job if you really want it to work. Set those hours. If you're going to wake up every day at 4 and work a few hours before you go into work, then do that. If you're going to work in the evening after everyone goes to sleep do that. But set the time, set the hours. If you're single or unemployed, then you could start tomorrow and you could work non-stop until you make your first buck, and you could not give up at all, and you'll be surprised by next week you'll have money coming in. So there's a lot of things that you could do, but you need to stay focused, you need to be very productive, and having that extra computer on your lap, or when you're out getting oil change, or when you're before or after work, even at work during little coffee breaks, if you're not able to schedule that time because of family constraints or anything like that, you'll still be able to get that work done, and that little notebook computer will help you. But on all those computers, I think that's what I was starting on before. As I said, I have this computer here, I have a notebook at home, and a desktop at home. I use RoboForm for all my password management. I think I might have mentioned it on a show before. You could get all the information at freepasswordmanagement.com, but RoboForm is amazing. I know I said it before because I remember saying it before. I have 300, 400, so many passwords. I'll show you right now. It's probably closer to 500 or something. But you could click right down here. You could click on the logins. It's going to bring every website that you have a login to. I have to go on to the next page. Ooh, that's it. Phew! So I have 6 columns full of usernames and passwords. Just imagine if I had to try to remember that. That would be complete insanity. I mean, I would never get any work done. I would be completely lost, and it would just be horrible. I used to keep a text file with all my username and passwords, and that's not very safe or secure or anything like that. At least RoboForm, you could access it on any computer, so I have it on each of my computers. If you go out of town or you don't have a computer, you could log into it. You could log into the RoboForm anywhere in the country on any computer and get your username and passwords. So that's always nice. I keep backups on they keep backups on their end, but I keep backups on my end too, just in case, don't like that. The files are encrypted, so you don't need to worry about it. And then, what's the other software that I like to use? Oh, Dropbox. Can't live without Dropbox. That's another one. Dropbox, if you haven't heard of it, is just, what do they call it? Cloud storage, and it's free cloud storage. You get up to 2 gigabytes of data, and if you use it efficiently, you'll never go over the 2 gigabytes. You don't need to store stuff there. You don't need to store big stuff there. You can put stuff that you're always accessing and changing and stuff. Like if I'm working on new projects, writing books or whatever, I'll keep all that stuff there so I can locate it from any computer. Anything that I'm currently working on, I keep on Dropbox. And you could access it from any computer. So lately I've been writing some new information products for appraisers. So I'll work on it a little bit at home, and then I'll work on it a little bit on the desktop, and I'll work on it a little bit on my notebook. And I'm accessing the same file every time. So I don't have to hunt it down. I don't have to email it to myself. So that's really good time saver. Other people use it for storing everything. Put all their music on there. I don't think it can't be very expensive. I mean, people use it for gigantic files. A lot of people even do it for video editing. So a file like this might be like 700-800 gig, and that's 700 or 800. That's meg, whatever it is. Huge files. They'll just put them up there, and then someone else could access it. You could give temporary username, password to someone else that's different from yours to access a public area, and they could edit it, send it back to you. I mean, there's tons of different reasons. to use Dropbox. And if you ever come into a situation where you need to give someone large files, it's great for that. You don't have to email stuff. You can just email a link directly to your Dropbox folder that they'll have temporary access to, only that folder, not the whole thing. They won't be able to see everything. So it's just great. So check that out too. Dropbox.com, I would imagine. So that's going to give you some direction this week. What I'd really like you to do this week is just get something done. I really suggest you try the Amazon review stuff. That's going to take you a little extra work, but it's going to teach you the foundation of affiliate marketing. You're going to learn about the domain name, the hosting, that's really going to get you off the ground. If your first couple projects, you're not going to make a bunch of money off of. If you really know about a certain type of product, like power tools, as I stated before, or you have a expensive hobby, you're going to be able to write about those items with authority. And you don't ever want to just cut and paste and copy anyone's information. You want to create value, create your own content. If you copy someone else's, it's not going to get into the search engines anyhow. And you might even get sued. So if you look at the different products that I spoke about last week, those are a great thing to start off with. And I really like the Amazonian profit plan just because you're going to get the foundation set in stone right from the beginning on how to get into affiliate marketing. The eBay stuff is really great though for making a quick buck, and also if you have some experience in a certain area as well, that product will show you how to make the most money with it. So if you come across people all day and night that have used Legos, then you could be rich by this time next year. A lot of people, even I heard of one guy, since I'm in real estate, that does trash out services for foreclosures. So he will offer to work for next to nothing to do a trash out on a house, as long as he gets those jobs. So he'll go to a vendor that needs the trash out services. They'll normally pay someone $500 to $1,000 to do trash out services. He'll try to get those projects for next to nothing. He'll charge like $100 or $200 just so he could get all the trash in these houses, because sometimes they leave behind really valuable stuff, and he has a little niche of being able to sell that stuff. So if you have those type of industry ends and you know how to sell what you're left with, then you can end up making a good living, and he makes a pretty good living. Well, I hope you really enjoyed that episode. I've been receiving a lot of really good comments and questions off of my website about how to earn money. So what I'd like you to do, if you're interested, is send me an email. Any questions, comments, and I will be answering any type of questions and answering the comments in my upcoming shows. So just visit the website here, submit your information, and I'm going to be answering those for you. Another great thing is a lot of people have been going into iTunes and rating my show in there. I'm not sure if you're watching it on iTunes or YouTube or Roku, but in iTunes, you just log in, give me a 5-star rating, or is it 5 stars or is it 3? I'm not sure. Find out. Just go there and rate my show and put in a comment there. That really helps me out get more exposure and able to bring more shows to you. Same thing with Roku. Just go to the title screen for the show, rate me in there, and that just brings in more viewers. So I really appreciate that. Really helps me out a lot. And if you're looking for that WordPress hosting, want to get a WordPress website up instantly, go to mybluehosting.com, send me the information if you'd like, and I'll install your WordPress blog for you. So thanks again for spending your time with me, and until next time, just do it.